Wow.
Hello and welcome to episode 125 of Rhythm Encounter, the RPG-Fan music podcast. I am one of your hosts today, Mike Salbato, along with...
Hilary Andreff. Hi.
Hello.
I'm here with you.
You are here with me. Conveniently, I'm also here with you.
Yay. All right, then.
So if you've been following the show, you know this was not originally on our forecast of upcoming episodes.
Surprise.
Yeah, it's really hard to schedule things around the holidays, so Hilary had a great idea for an episode we could push in front of some others. So if you're following and listening to us sequentially, all those other episodes are still happening, but we wanted to do a fun little episode in between over the holidays, and I'm excited about this. And since it was your idea, why don't you tell people what we're doing?
Yeah, sure. So this is sort of a new format. We're being a little experimental with it today, but we thought it would be a nice, cozy, appreciative way to end the year if we took, song requests and dedications from RPG fanners and sort of DJ'd them for you all to, get us into the end of the year. So hopefully we'll do them justice. I'm very excited. There are some very nice messages here.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it. And then, we also have our own songs because we had to contribute too.
We each have two. So look forward to those.
I realized we probably should have actually picked DJ names for ourselves.
Oh, gosh.
But it's too late now.
I have one.
You have one already?
You gave it to me a long time ago.
Do you want to use that? Do you want to give that away?
That was a DJ name, right? Tokyo Drive.
It could be. I mean, I really just thought it was funny wordplay with, Tokyo Drift, but that's fine. I think it was, but I don't know the context.
Steph also got a DJ name on our dance episode.
I know. I'll go back.
What's your DJ name?
Me?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Let's think about it while we go on. Unless you have one already. See, I give you yours, so I feel like you have to give me mine, which is convenient because it gets me off the hook.
I see. All right. I'm not going to do it on the spot, though.
Okay. So what do we have here? We have 9. We have our usual nine tracks, like a regular episode, but because of the nature of it, because we're sharing songs and messages from different people, it's mostly about that. It's about the message and the song. So we're not really going to have much commentary on the songs.
Yes, I'm not going to cheapen the messages with my commentary.
Well, you wouldn't cheapen anything. But, the important thing, I think, is what people are saying and who they're dedicating the message to, instead of us just being like, oh, man, I love the piano on that.
Yep. And I think that gets to the heart of, it comes at our appreciation of music from a slightly different angle, right? This is focusing in on the emotional side.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to take the first one then?
Sure.
We're not really reading these in any particular order. We just kind of mixed up all the stuff we got from people and we're sharing here.
So first in our rotation today is from Pat Gann. Excellent longtime music contributors. I'm excited to start with this. And his contribution is the Final Fantasy X-2 piano collection version of Wind Crest, The Three Trails, also translated as Seal of the Wind. And his message is as follows. To my dear daughter, Sophia, when I watch you practice, I remember being a teenager, and I remember hitting the metaphorical walls. Songs that were too hard, feeling unmotivated, noticing peers performing better than me. One day, I decided I wanted to be a good pianist for no other reason than to enjoy what I was hearing. This was the song that caused my shift in thinking. It's unlikely that it would be yours, But we have the sheet music if you ever want to learn it. I know someday you'll be playing music far more complicated than this, if only you choose to pursue that path. I believe in you regardless of the path or trail you take.
This is one of the first ones that came in, and I was like, boy, if this is going to set the tone for this episode, isn't it? We really have some nice, personal, heartfelt messages here. So, all right.
Well, thanks, Pat. Let's go listen.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. All right, let's go listen to Wind Crest from Final Fantasy X-2 Piano Collections.
Well, that was beautiful.
That was beautiful. It's, I actually have had that album for a very long time. I looked it up and I forgot I had it. It's just sitting there in my iTunes with all these other old Final Fantasy X and X-2 albums, but I haven't listened to it in ages. So that was a great start to this episode, I think.
Yeah, that piano collection really highlights how good some of X-2's music is.
I know. I'm really happy that they do those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to the obvious future edition of Final Fantasy 16 piano collections.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Oh. All right. Well, thanks for that, Pat. We're going to go on to another very old timer in terms of tenure, not age. Neil has been with the site as a reader even longer than me, so he definitely has some cred there. But Neil sent us a very different dedication, but one I'm happy to share all the same.
And it's exciting, and I think telling that we had two, longtime staffers as our two first dedications.
Yep.
So yay! We appreciate you all so much.
Yeah. All right. So Neil's message was simple and to the point, and this is a song from VIII, an old Sega CD RPG. So Neil says, to all the VIII fans out there, if you survive the wind elemental battle with your sanity intact, then you're resilient enough to handle anything life throws at you. I like that. I really like the concept of that.
Yes.
So we're going to go listen to the track that I should have mentioned by name, which is the boss battle theme from VIII. So let's go check that out. All right, well, that was fun. You know, given VIII's reputation as a game, I admit I don't know the soundtrack very well, but that was a fun one. Up until, I guess, sometime in the last few years, you actually could play it on iOS, but I guess they eventually stopped updating it, so I don't know if there's any official way of playing VIII anymore. But yeah, it was a fun little boss battle.
Yeah, I feel ready to tackle some tasks. For
All
sure.
right. First up, podcast.
Yeah, my next task is to bring us right on into our next dedication.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited about.
I love this one. This is just to spoil a little bit, like this is from Jimmy, and Jimmy had two versions. And was like, hey, you know, we can do this one or this one. But this was the one he preferred, and I love it. He gave me two versions of this song and said, you know, maybe we can do this or this. But this was his preference, and I'm happy to go with it because it introduced me and actually both of us to a new channel and musician. So you want to go ahead and read this one?
Yeah. So this next dedication is a lovely cover of the Final Fantasy Prelude, and it is by a violinist named Patti Rudisill, and she arranged it with a harpist named Paula Bressman. So it's violin and harp and very pretty. And the message is, I would love to dedicate this song to my wife, Crystal. To many, this song is just Prelude, but to me, it's Crystal's theme. Not only is it a timeless song from my favorite series, but it will always make me think of you first. It's your theme. It's the song that plays in my head when I see you every day. Thanks for always being there for me, even when I make it hard. Love you always.
Oh, no. I take my glasses off. It's getting emotional in here. I love that.
So sweet.
That's not sarcasm, by the way. I know I love sarcasm, but like I legitimately love that sentiment. So it is very sweet. Actually, I want to put the link to this in the show notes as well.
The channel? Yeah.
Just so we don't forget. Because the video is great. Like the video is a lot of fun. So anyway, let's go listen.
Yes, and their channel covers many other RPGs. It's almost exclusively RPGs.
Yeah.
So there's lots there.
All right.
So thank you for that beautiful, sweet dedication. And we will go listen to this lovely version of the Crystal theme. I'll call it that.
Okay, I like it. Let's go. Well, thanks for that one, Jimmy. Again, like I said earlier, like not only thank you for this sweet message, but also for introducing us to this channel because everything I looked at is something I want to go listen to. So I'm excited to dig into this myself.
Yeah, and really, especially for that song, I don't think you can beat Violin and Harp. So.
No, it was beautiful. Okay, well, here's one from me. Unlike everyone else, including you, Hilary, I didn't write my stuff down. So I'm going to wing it and see how it goes because it's been going so well today. Because obviously anyone listening has not heard any of the times where I had to redo anything, where it got edited out later.
It's real.
It's
You're doing
real.
It live.
It's real and raw. Real raw dedications.
There you go.
I don't think we should call it that.
No.
Okay. So my first dedication is a song from Final Fantasy XIV, which again, I know I go to that well a lot, but I have a very good reason for it in this case. So my dedication is A Sailor Never Sleeps from A Realm Reborn. So it's the nighttime theme from Limsa Lominsa. It's been in the game for 10 years now. Actually, I don't remember if it was in 1.0, so maybe more than 10 years, but either way, a long time. So the person I'm dedicating it to is my good friend Steven, formerly of RPGFan. If you're listening to this, well, actually, I'm going to make you listen to this anyway. So anyway, hi, Steven. I have had an interesting experience with Final Fantasy XIV because it's weird to think now a game that I have subscribed to for 10 years had zero interest in before it came out. The E3 before it came out, a few months before, I was like, I had to be convinced to check out the game at Square's booth. Steven and Derek and some others were like, yeah, you should check this out. I think you'll like it. And I actually didn't. I still didn't play. I'm like, I listened to everyone saying it's like, oh yeah, that was fun. I'm like, oh, okay, sure, yeah. But then when they released the beta version that summer and we signed up, and I'm like, all right, I'll try it. I had no idea. I had no idea what I was getting into. And I'm not saying that playing 14 has changed my life for the better, but I have a ridiculous amount of good memories associated with that game because of the people I've played with. People that were already my friends, I have spent hours playing that with. You know, I got Hilary here to play the game. I've met so many people with from the game. And if we really want to get personal, I don't actually talk about this a whole lot, but when that game came out, especially like the full release, not even the beta version, my dad got really sick. It was actually a really tough summer, and early fall because we didn't really know what was going on. It was not just like, oh, he has this. It's like, we don't know what's going on. So he was in and out of hospitals and it was a tough time. And I cannot tell you how helpful it was to have this game and my friends to play with at that time. Not really as an escape because I was, I was there for my family. We were driving to and from hospitals and other facilities all the time. But it's important. I think this was the biggest example in my life up to that point to have balance. You can be there for your family and your friends, but you need something else. You need balance and downtime, and this was one of the things that I got from Final Fantasy XIV early on because of the timing, and I wouldn't have had that if not for Steven, who just was like, "You need to play this. You will like it." And it's so true. It's so weird now. Like for a while there, like I was playing all the time and he would play a little bit less. And I'm like, you got me into this. But it's only because he had other things to do. And I think at this point, he might play a little more than me. So, it's changed a lot over 10 years. And I know this is obviously the longest dedication so far. But the point is, I would not trade my time on that game for anything for a lot of reasons. But partially because for several years there, it helped me through a very weird time. So I am really thankful to everyone, Stephen and Derek and Brian and Liz and everyone who played with me early on. But Stephen gets the credit for getting me into it. So this one's for you, Stephen. Let's go listen to A Sailor Never Sleeps.
Thank you for sharing that. Let's go listen.
Now, actually, the one thing I forgot to mention before introducing the song was the point. The reason I went with Limsa is because we spent a lot of time there. Like, we were, low levels, like in the beta, especially, like you could only play so much. But we made a point of going to all the different cities, and it just became our favorite hangout spot. So a lot of times we would actually like sign off in the city. I know it was either between the beta and the full release, or maybe like between like one phase of the beta and another, like when the servers were down for a while. Like we were like, that became a spot. Like we have screenshots. We took some screenshots of like us like waving goodbye to the game for now, and hey, we'll see you later at sunset or something like that.
Oh.
I know that's really, really nerdy. That's, there's a lot of songs in the game, but like that's why it had to be something from that city, because that was a spot for us. So there we go. That's mine. Thank you for listening.
Perfect. Well thought out choice.
Thank you. So let's give someone else a chance, though. Not you. Not yet.
Okay.
Well, you can do yours next, but I thought we were going to do this guy.
Yeah. Let's go ahead with that.
Do you want me to do that? Because you have a song after?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm going to read one more from someone who is much less verbose than me. So this is from Gio, our news manager. Gio has a very, very sweet one as well. And Gio says, to the person who's always on my mind. Actually, I'm going to redo that. Gio has a great dedication, and it is a cover, actually, of a Final Fantasy VIII song. It's My Mind by Sebastien Skaf. And Gio's dedication is, to the person who's always on my mind. Thank you for making 2023 the best year of my life. I'm looking forward to spending the next 50 with you.
Aww.
Which is so, so sweet.
Thanks, Gio.
Yes.
And that connection between your dedication and the song title is Chef's Kiss. Beautiful.
I want everyone who's listening to know that Hilary actually motioned the Chef's Kiss too when she said it. So
yes.
He was really committed to that. All right, let's go. This is a great cover, by the way. I'd never heard it. Let's go listen to My Mind, a cover by Sebastien Skaf. Well, I enjoyed that cover.
I did too, very much. I need to delve into more covers from Sebastien.
Yeah, another name I'm actually not familiar with. So thanks for that one, Gio. Okay, we got your first one, Hilary.
Okay, so I deliberated over this theme for a while and struggled with maybe bringing on a different Persona song, but then realized that was very, very heavy. So I wanted a slightly brighter tone. So here it is. My song is New Days from the Persona 4 soundtrack. And this is a song for anyone looking forward to some bright new days, or for anyone wanting to reflect on a relaxing or positive time. Personally, for me, it reminds me of my closest friends and how lucky I am for their company through so many stages and times of life. So I hope the song gives a moment of hope and respite. And I kind of wanted it to be protective if you're going through a difficult time right now. So I hope it gives you that feeling. I see you, and please take care.
It's such a great sentiment and a good song to express it.
Thanks. And now we get to go listen and have a nice, relaxed, hopeful vibe.
All right, I like it.
I love that song so much. It really just helped. Like, a lot of people, when they play Persona 4, talk about how it just feels very true to life and you get this big range of emotions and really like feel like you're living in the world. And I think this song early on in the game, when you're like being introduced to Annabelle and you're going to school and you're seeing what it's like and you're meeting the investigation team for the first time, like, I think this song, as you go through those days, really kind of contributes to that.
I also think it it lines up perfectly with your dedication. So
Oh, thank you.
Good choice. All right, you want to introduce our next one?
Yes. All right, we have another heartfelt dedication here. And this one is from a fellow podcaster.
Yes.
So this is from Salosi of Retro Encounter fame. And then he says, "Hello, Mike and Hilary. First time caller, long time listener. I would love for you to play Land of Radiant Flowers from Bravely Default on your show today. Bravely Default's OST is a favorite of both me and my girlfriend, and this is her favorite town theme in the game. Thanks again for another year of great tunes, and I'll take my answer off the air. Well, thank you, Salosi, for probably our most amusing dedication, while also being sweet.
It's very sweet, and I love that you really got into the idea of the, radio style dedication. So thank you.
We are happy to DJ this one for you.
Yep.
All right, let's go listen.
All right. That was a fun town theme. So thank you for that one, Salosi. I'm really glad that you were part of this one.
Yeah, I love that song too.
Yeah.
I almost wonder why you don't hear it covered more.
No. Yeah. Well, I mean, the first Bravely Default, well, okay, several Bravely games, but they have so many great songs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you could say, oh, this one should be covered more to a lot of them, but I'm glad it's here.
Yeah, that's true. We get those couple that I feel like get covered by people who do a lot of RPG covers, but
yeah.
Just anyway, the original is great too, and I'm really glad we got to listen to it.
Yeah. All right, so our final two songs today have a bit of a theme. Hilary wanted her second song to be a dedication to her parents, and I decided that I was going to do the same thing. Or mine is more just my family. So we're doing a. Am I allowed to say that? Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You just gave me the why did you give it away?
No, we're good.
Well, I wanted to share that they're related. So mine is more of a family dedication thing. And, one of the first games that I ever played in our house anyway, before not counting going to friends' houses, was the original Legend of Zelda. And I credit that and later Dragon Warrior / Quest with really getting me into RPG, adventure, action RPG games. I'm not calling the original Zelda an RPG, but I don't think it takes much to see the through line to connecting Zelda to a full-fledged RPG. So, point is, that was one of the things that got me into it, and it's because of growing up and playing this game with my brother and with my mom, and having parents that supported this hobby. So, I didn't want to just bring on a song straight out of the NES game. So I thought it'd be fun to bring up this overclocked remix from 2009. I've been listening to this one. I've had it in my iTunes for years now, since 2009. So this is a remix called Zelda Heineken. So it's the main Zelda theme literally played on Heineken beer bottles. Which I actually never knew until tonight. I just thought it had that sound. I'm like, oh, okay. So he made it sound like he was blowing in bottles and clanging up. No,
they're samples of beer bottles and drumming on beer bottles and caps and things, which I'm so excited about. Sorry to kind of.
No, it's fine. I had to read the story on Overclock Remix. I'm like, how is this? No, he really, Matthias Holmgren really went into his studio with a beer and sampled it, clapping the bottom, blowing in it, and making all these different sounds, literally from a Heineken bottle. That's it. I know I'm talking more about the song now, but that's how this came to be.
I love the beauty of Koji Kondo and his timeless melodies.
I know, right? I just thought this was a fun way of representing the Zelda theme. But whatever. I mean, my dedication was pretty simple this time. It really was just, this is really one of the things that got me started. And I have very fond memories in our old greenhouse of playing Zelda and Metroid and lots of other NES games with my brother and my mom. So raise your Heineken. This one's for you guys.
Cheers. Let's go listen. was so much fun. I can completely see that relating to nostalgic, fun time with your family. And I love those samples that he collected are wild.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it so much fun?
Yep.
I'm actually looking. Last played in my iTunes in 2013. So
Aw.
I haven't even listened to that song in 10 years. But yeah, it just looking through old Zelda remixes today, I'm like, that's the one. This just sounds like a fun choice. So,
Well,
all right.
I appreciate you sharing it.
Yeah. All right. That brings us to our last song of the day.
Yep. This is a little bit more of a conventional choice. My second pick is the overworld theme from Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. And there's a very specific reason for this. This is a song that I left on pause a lot when I was little because I would go do other things or get distracted. So this music kind of followed my family around the house. So that's part of the reason why I chose it. It goes out to my parents. They've been such a support throughout my entire life. And yes, we revealed the secrets a little bit earlier that this is family oriented, but they've always been with me. So love and appreciate you all day, every day. Sorry for all the times I left this music on while the game was paused when I was a kid. Hopefully it didn't completely destroy your opinion of game music, but I wanted to dedicate something to them. So here we are.
Okay. I like it. Not that I didn't know about that story anyway, but I like that you're dedicating that song to them.
Yeah, the very version that probably tormented them, but they have a good sense of humor, and it's been a long time.
It's been a long time since this game came out, so
so let's go listen. It's only a minute long too, so
yeah, not so bad. Well, I'm glad you brought that one. I mean, I never get tired of listening to Link to the Past music, so it's all good here.
Yeah, and that version of it just feels like a very grand adventure.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll continue to be sappy and connect that to, my parents helping me prepare for life.
Well, they did very well.
Aw.
All right. Well, there is our strange but fun little dedication episode. I definitely would like to be. I would like to be curious. No, I definitely am curious. I am curious what people thought. It would actually be a lot of fun to do this in the future with listener picks and all that.
Yeah.
So, we don't get a ton of listener mail, but if that's something that you'd be interested in,
let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. I'll share our contact stuff in a moment. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I'm really glad you had the idea. It's a good way of, in a completely pragmatic sense, it was a good way to let us get an episode out between other things without throwing off our schedule. Because I was at the point where I was like, well, we either need to skip one and not have an episode for 4 weeks, or do something else in the meantime. So this worked out and let us keep doing stuff every 2 weeks. So thank you.
Yeah, and it was so interactive. I can't tell you all the warm fuzzies I got and how much fun it was and all the emotion getting these dedications in and reading them. And even getting the chance to read them on the podcast. For everyone's who I read, I hope I did it justice. Hope you're satisfied.
I'm sure you did. It was very nice. So I was really happy with the different answers and responses we got from everyone. So
yeah,
maybe some other time in the year. Is next year the year of the dragon?
I'm actually not
think it
sure.
Is. I'm not sure how to relate that to maybe people can dedicate songs to their favorite RPG dragons or something. I don't know. I like the format, so maybe one day we'll do another one. But for now, yes, that was a lot of fun. After this, we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled Rhythm Encounter episodes. So coming up in a couple weeks is a Build Your Own RPG, which we have almost all of the songs chosen for that. Hilary?
Mm-hmm. I really want to put things together nicely with an opening and an ending.
I know.
We had an episode strictly about that. It's very important to make the right decision.
I know. You gave yourself two of the hardest choices on that one. I did. So anyway, Build Your Own RPG is going to be 4 of us picking songs from different games and deciding how they would all go together and pretend they're all in a single made-up RPG.
I make no apologies for any weird, bizarre connections I make between songs, because that's part of the fun.
It is part of the fun. It's going to be a good one. After that, we're going to do our Music of the Year for 2023. I know you're listening to this on January 1st. So, but we are doing Music of the Year. We're just got to get to it. So look forward to that. So if you have thoughts on this, if you have, ideas for future dedications, either topics or, songs, and you want to be part of this, please let us know. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good end of the year kind of holiday-ish adjacent kind of feeling. But I mean, really, if you have a dedication, there's always room for dedications.
Yeah. We'll see. I would love to hear from people listening. So you can email us at music@rpgfan.com, and we would love to hear from you. So if you want to contact me, well, you can also reach me at music@rpgfan.com. That's the best way. How about you, Hilary?
Hilary@rpgfan.com.
So easy. So if you enjoyed this show, RPG Fan also has 2 other podcasts. Make sure you check out RPG Fan's Random Encounter. Last week, we did a extended episode, as we do every year, on our website's most anticipated games of 2024. So we went through the whole list of games, and that was a lot of fun to talk about. Over on Retro Encounter, they had just posted a little before us their year in review. Every year they do a year in review on Retro Encounter. So be sure to check that out. Coming up after that, they're going to be doing a one-off episode on Super Mario RPG because of the recent remake release, which, by the way, a lot of fun. Very nice remake. Check it out. And then their game journal for January is going to be Moon.
Yay!
Sometimes also called Moon Remix RPG Adventure. But that's going to be a really good one. I know a lot of people were excited about that game winning our internal poll. So be sure to check out the Moon Game Journal. I actually think one of us might give in and beyond that, but we're not sure yet.
Me or you?
I don't know. I thought about it, but you actually vocalized that you were interested. So sure. It might happen. In the meantime, you can check out RPG Fan at our website, rpgfan.com. We're on most social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, usually under rpgfan.com. So service name /rpgfan.com. Look for us there. You can also find us. You can find us on our shop. No, you can find a shop on our website. It's the other way around.
And if you go there, you will find something relatively new and exciting.
2 relatively new and exciting. Now, I'm slightly risking things by saying this because I said that our Transitions artwork would only be available to the end of the year, and this is posting on January 1st. So, assuming I go through with it, I might extend it a week or 2 into January, just for any last minute post Christmas shopping It's a busy time of year, so in case people want to have one last chance at getting that artwork.
Yeah, things happen. Maybe you just didn't take it away yet.
Yeah, maybe it was on your Christmas list and no one got it, so you're like, well, I guess I'll get it myself. So yeah, so for a very, very short time, you can still get some of our anniversary merchandise on our shop. But also on our shop is our brand new book, the RPGFan Review Card Collection. So it's about 300-page book compiling many, well, almost 300 of our mini review cards from social media. Mostly you'll see them on Instagram. And it's not our full reviews from the site, but it gives you a peek into it in like a little fun, like visually interesting, compact way. So it has almost 300 of these cards. It's the first time they've ever been in print. And over 100 of them are actually either updated or brand new for the book. So there are over 30 cards that I laid out and made for the book that are exclusive to the print version. But beyond that, it's turned out very nice. Like we are working with Hyperplay RPG on it, and they're handling the printing and the shipping. So, if you want to check it out, you can see lots of photos and learn more about it at rpgfan.com/shop. So, obviously, I'm going to say that you should get it because it's our product, but like, I sincerely love it. It really, a lot of people have said, and I feel this too, like if you grew up with RPG magazines or I would love an RPG magazine, video game magazines. It kind of takes you back to that a little bit, but in a different way, it's neat seeing stuff like this in print again.
Yeah. And that's general feedback that we've received. So hopefully you all enjoy it and feel the same way.
Yeah. And that one is not going away in 2 weeks. But obviously if you want it, you should order it. So yeah. And finally, if you enjoyed this show, you can review us and subscribe and rate and whatever you want to do on Apple Podcasts or wherever it is you listen. I believe by the time this is up, I think our podcast will be up on YouTube as well, because Google Podcasts, like many Google products, they just decided to get rid of it, and they moved over to YouTube. So we used to say listen to us on Google Podcasts, but now that's YouTube. So I think that'll be up. So you can check us out in lots of places. You can find all of our podcasts actually at rpgfan.com/podcasts. So that'll link you to all of our shows and all the places you can listen to all of them. And that's it. We're not doing the bonus track this time because, well, we had 9 tracks. Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah, that filled out nicely.
At least I'm done. If you have anything else to add, please do.
Just best and warmest wishes as we start the new year because of when this is posting. Hope everyone out there is doing well, and until next time, take care.
I like that. That's a way better sign off than me just saying, well, I'm done. So thank you for that. All right. This was great. Again, thank you to everyone who wrote in with their dedications.
Yes. Thank you for getting sentimental with us.
Yeah. It's nice getting stuff from other people without them even being on the show. It's nice having so many contributors in a new way. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you all.
Thank you again. If you have your own ideas for dedications, you can write in. Otherwise, we will see you in 2 weeks as we build our own RPG.
Yay.
Toot, 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 toot.